shots. We've got a microphone, let's use the microphone. Pete.
Ruben, good evening. Good afternoon, sorry. Can I just ask you for your reaction to that game? Because at half-time you looked out of it.
No, we just played 1.5 and we managed to draw the game. We didn't exist in the first half. Everything we did during the week, I think the free man was there. I think the space was there. I think we lose balls that we cannot lose. And then the second half, and the half-time I said that we are going, no matter what the result, we are going to do what we did during the week, but with a little bit more energy. I think you saw that it was not different in the position. It was different in the quality that we play the game.
How worried are you though that it took till half-time to get to that situation?
Not worry about that. I know that every game has an history. So in that moment, I just focus on trying to help my players. Now I'm going to be worried when I see the games and try to prepare the next game. But at a half-time, you just focus on trying to help the team.
What did you think of the penalty shout at the end?
I think what I saw, I didn't see quite well. Was a little bit soft touch, and we are in England. So you guys enjoy a lot the physicality of the game. I think was soft, and I think was clear to overturn the decision.
Did you fear the worst though, Ruben, when it was given? Did you fear that it was going to be a penalty?
In that moment, you just try to imagine that if it's a penalty, let's go for the second ball. Anything can happen. We cannot give up. So in that moment, I'm just focused on trying to understand what is going to happen. But of course, after the recover, if there was a penalty, was tough on us.
You mentioned what you said at half time, Ruben, and I think Bruno said the same, that you're very sort of animated at half time. How do you explain what happened in that first half, though, and what do you actually say in that moment at half time to try and generate a response?
I see what players saw and they know, and what people see. We lost a lot of balls without any pressure. We have free men. Sometimes we don't respect the positioning, and then we talk about anyone that watch a little bit Everton in this field. They know they will be really good on second balls, and the 2 goals second balls are fight in the air. So that's why you get disappointed. We didn't play first half, but then it's a good thing. Let's not just focus on the negatives. The good thing is that in the second half they play in the same position, but with more energy, more quality, and that makes the difference.
Ruben, a couple of things. Did you feel that Bruno sort of really turned the game around on his own, and did you see any signs a comeback was coming before the first goal?
No, of course you feel. I felt in the second half the way we start the game, we were different. We won second balls, we push the opponent, we don't let Beto control the ball alone. These small things I felt before, and then Bruno scored a free kick, and then we were a better team.
Hi Ruben, Garnacho was the only change from the team last week. He looked quite disappointed when he came into the stadium. Is he almost a victim of his own success as a substitute, that he can affect games coming on, or he felt maybe a little bit harsh that he was benched when he's high school?
There's some games that are different, and we want different things in the same position. So that's all. Garnacho will be ready for the next game, and it's a good thing to be disappointed. But like I said, we have a lot of games. In modern football, you don't have a starting 11. It's really hard, especially now. So we have a squad that we have to rotate the players, and I imagine the game, and then I imagine the characteristics of the players to try to win the game. And today, the game, I think I thought the game in a different way, to have Garnacho on the bench to change something.
Hello, Ruben. Just going back to the contrast between first and second half, do you think your players are sometimes better when they feel like they have to be, that all hope is lost and it's just one last effort, and that because given that you've worked on it all week and they don't seem to respond in the first half?
No, if you see the first plays, we have like we lose some passes, some plays, and we lose the ball, and we have transitions against us. when we are alone in these small things, then take us the confidence to play. And then in the second half, we start the game in a different way, controlling the game, pushing the opponent, and then the team feels a little bit more confident. Maybe because they have nothing to lose. I don't know, but we need to perform in a better way, especially in the first half. We didn't exist in the first half.
Last question. Ruben, there's been a lot of talk about Manchester United and the redevelopment of Old Trafford. This is the last time Manchester United will come to Goodison Park. Alex Ferguson said this was the hardest Premier League ground to come to. What were your thoughts on the stadium and the atmosphere?
I think it's amazing. The fans of Everton, they are amazing. They are in the good moment. I think it's well deserved that David Moyes is the coach that is going to start in the next stadium. I think that is it's really good. But for me, in this moment, every stadium is really difficult, especially ours, with our fans supporting all the time. So my goal is just to win the next game, to give some happiness to our fans, because they deserve it a lot. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ruben Amorim makes a shocking admission about the job he has done at Man United as he prepares to face David Moyes' rejuvenated Everton. Ruben Amorim admits David Moyes is doing a better job at reviving Everton than he has managed at Manchester United. Moyes has won 4 of his 6 Premier League games and lost just once since returning to Goodison Park, where United play for the final time on Saturday afternoon. Amorim, on the other hand, has 4 wins and 8 defeats from 14 league games, and United have dropped below Everton to 15th place in the table. Asked why Everton have enjoyed a new manager bounce and United have not, Amorim replied candidly, David Moyes is doing a better job than me. It's quite simple. We have to give merit to the players of Everton and especially to the coach of Everton, and we need to do the same. It's an amazing job by David Moyes to recover the team. You feel the confidence and belief are there. Man United boss Ruben Amorim admits that David Moyes has done a better job than him. It's been a dismal season for Harry Maguire, Wright and co. with Man United 15th in the table. Sometimes it's frustrating when you hear out loud 4 wins in 14 games for Manchester United. You get really angry. Moyes was the first manager to replace Sir Alex Ferguson in the United hot seat, and nearly 12 years later the Scots' success still casts a shadow over Amorim. It shows it's a difficult job, added the 40-year-old, who also held talks with West Ham last April over replacing Moyes at the London Stadium. We have to try to understand the history. This club had a figure in Sir Alex Ferguson that you cannot replace. Everything was connected with one person, and when that person leaves it's really hard. Amorim wanted to delay joining United from Sporting Lisbon until the summer and admits that would have been better, adding, I think that's clear. It's common sense. When you start a season it's completely different. I had my reasons to ask for it and I have the most important reasons to accept the job. I knew it would be tough and a risk, but it's Manchester United and you can't say no. Ruben Amorim responds to one of the biggest criticisms of his Man United reign and insists he is making the team better ahead of trip to inform Everton. Ruben Amorim insists he is flexible over his football beliefs, but admits there are more problems than solutions at Manchester United at the moment. Amorim has been criticised for being too stubborn over his tactics, especially a devotion to the back 3 he used at Sporting Lisbon. But the Portuguese coach claims he can be adaptable as he tries to lift United out of 15th place in the Premier League table. The first point, make no mistake, I just want to win games, he said. I teach what I know. When I say I stick with my beliefs, it's the way I train and the way I see football, and I try to transmit that to the players. It's not that I won't adapt. We adapt. Sometimes we have short goal kicks and then sometimes long balls because the opponent is pressing a lot. I try to adapt to the players that I have. My focus is to win games, especially in this moment. Amorim insists he can see improvement in United on the training ground at Carrington, but the progress is not always evident in games. What I feel is that sometimes we don't feel improvement in the team, but then you have some games that you think are more difficult and you feel that we can play and create situations. That is a good thing. Ruben Amorim insists that he can be tactically flexible and he sees improvement in his team. Man United stars look dejected after their latest defeat by Tottenham left them in 15th place. David Moyes has won 4 of his 6 league games since returning to Goodison Park last month, but in this moment, when you watch the game, you can see more problems than solutions. I think that is clear. When we play some games, I feel that things are there and we are capable, but we have to be consistent. What I see in training is they are improving and creating relationships. Even the sound of the training is different. The sound is when in practice you are making an exercise, you feel the sound, people are talking, asking for the ball, giving directions, and talking with each other. You can feel it in the environment. If you spend your life as a football player and as a coach, even the sound of the training is important. I feel we are changing that, but everything relates to the game on Sunday or Saturday, so it's important to use that in the game. I feel that in training we are bonding and we understanding the we want to play, but in the game we struggle a lot. Amorim was talking ahead of United's trip to Everton on Saturday lunchtime.